like a father to like many of us. He inspired us and all that stuff, and you know what? I mean, many um people on the internet wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for Akira Toriyama, and you know what? It's brought a lot of people together, and yeah, we're so happy about that. And I'm really happy that we got to get. I'm really happy that we got to learn all these lessons that Dragon Ball gave us, and for these freaking animals to go after Akira Toriyama and say that, oh, he's a racist, but and blah 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 blah. And by the way, I think it was the people from Sweet Baby that's been saying this, and yeah, not just those guys, but there's been like other people who's been attacking him. But you know what? You guys do not mess with Akira Toriyama, okay? Piss off, leave him alone. He just died a week and a half ago, and you know you do not mess with Akira Toriyama. If you do, you mess with the Dragon Ball fan base. That's I mean we're all always on the internet, so you think you can just like bully people, and you think you can just tell people what to do and what to think and all that stuff, and you attacked a dead man that can't defend himself. Screw you guys. Yeah, screw you guys for attacking Akira Toriyama. He was like a father to many of us, all right. And for you to just to like disrespect him like that, okay, I know I'm gonna get demonetized, but I'm gonna do it. Screw you, all right. I mean, I would put more emphasis on it, but it's late at night, so I do apologize. Um, so yeah, I mean these clowns really need to go. They need to be stopped. I mean they've been like been doing this for like ages, but they cross the freaking line when it comes to a dead man that can't defend himself with you know I'll say it again. Especially when it comes to Akira Toriyama. I mean these clowns don't respect anybody. They really don't. And yeah, I'm not gonna go into that whole thing of I've been saying a lot of I do apologize. Um, these people are just freaking terrible. I'm not gonna go into that whole SJW world crap. I'm not gonna do it here. This is about how I feel about Dragon Ball and Akira Toriyama. But yeah, I mean these people they just need to stop it, because I mean they do not want to mess with the Dragon Ball fandom. They really don't, because other people have taken their ship, but they won't. But we won't stand for their shit, because the Dragon Ball fandom is massive, and we wouldn't give a shit if we was like banned or something like that, because we would go after these people if they was to this a man that gave us so much happiness in our lives. So to any wokey out there that's disrespected Akira Toriyama, shut the hell up, zip it, and go and complain that somebody said something mean on Twitter, okay? Because you don't want to mess with us, okay? Okay. So yeah, screw those guys. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, I think I've got through mostly everything, except for one more. Uh, okay, for me, okay, oh, excuse me, this is embarrassing. Akira Toriyama has inspired so many people. He has he has brought the world together. He has done so many great things in this world, and his art, his characters, his lessons, his inspiration, towards other people, not just fans, but like other other creators like himself. He has inspired he has inspired the entire world, and he has left something he has left something powerful for all of us to enjoy and learn from, and he, he has gained a lot of respect from loads of people, and people just love him for what he has has done for the world. And I mean, it wasn't a Akira Toriyama wasn't a like a great like a great scientist. He wasn't a he wasn't like a doctor that cured something. He wasn't a like an astronaut. He wasn't it wasn't one of these people that's like created like a new invention or anything like that. He was a person that created art. He's a person that created a story. He was a person that created a story that everybody enjoyed, and everybody took inspiration of. And you know what, it's it isn't just about life isn't just about like creating things to make things better for people, and trying to solve all these problems. Akira Toriyama gave us something that was just as important than like all these other things that humans do, like going into space and all that stuff. But it was also the gift of it was also the gift of inspiration, the gift of teaching us lessons, and the inspiration of creating our own stuff, and 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 imagination too. It, Akira Toriyama has just given us so much in this world. Again, he wasn't like a scientist. He didn't he didn't invent something or anything like that. But it his stories are just as important than anything else within this world. And it was the enjoyment. It was, I mean, you could even say that Akira Toriyama's stories is that of like the Greek gods saga, like where all these like gods came from, and like how they ruled humans, and how the gods stories go. And Dragon Ball Z was like that. It was Dragon Ball Z was an is well was well, no Dragon Ball the Dragon Ball franchise is an epic, the epic of Goku. And yeah, I know that Akira Toriyama took the inspiration of Goku from Son Wukong, and yeah, I mean, like loads of people have done that. I mean, there's Ruby, there's Naruto. I mean, there's been like loads of versions of Son Wukong, the Monkey King, and Goku was inspired by that, which was a Chinese story. And and yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for like Son Wukong, then Goku probably wouldn't have existed. But saying that, if it wasn't for Goku, I wouldn't have known about like Son Wukong, and I wouldn't have known like all these other like animes. I wouldn't have like learned. I wouldn't have like known like all these other things in the world. I wouldn't have like learned about like Japan, and I wouldn't have learned about like the big great wide world out there. I mean, yeah, sure. Again, we had like Pokemon and stuff, but Dragon Ball Z had more pull to it. It had more like, I mean, yeah, Pokemon was like like all fun stuff. It was like, oh, gotta catch them all, gotta catch them all, blah 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 blah. But Dragon Ball Z, dragged us into a world that that was anything like we ever seen in our everyday lives. I mean, it's the same with like everybody from all the way around the world. I mean, from where you live now, like either in Mexico or America or France or China or something like that. Um, I bet it was all thanks to like series like Dragon Ball Z, that it introduced you to like an all different worlds of possibilities, and and things that you never really seen before. I mean, Dragon Ball Z was something I have never seen before, and when I started like digging deep of like what Dragon Ball Z was all about, I also like um as- came across other things too, like other anime like like things that's I say not things, but um started learning about like Japan, and I started learning about like all these different sort of things because of like Dragon Ball Z, and if it wasn't if it wasn't like for something like Dragon Ball Z, I don't think I'd be on on the internet and learning about like new things. I mean, Dragon Ball Z was also like an introduction, makes me made me want to go onto the internet and just like look up on stuff. Again, I've got like an old folder under my bed full of like Dragon Ball Z things. So yeah, um, in a way, Dragon Ball Z also made us go on the internet and try and find like more Dragon Ball Z stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, like people like use the internet for like other things all the time, but um, uh, I don't think it would have been. I don't. I would say this. I don't think like many people would have like used the internet, like we do now, like with geek stuff, like with many other people to use it, like like Facebook and Twitter and I mean, I don't like use Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. I mean, yeah, I've got like Instagram and stuff like that, but I don't use it. I just like like to stay like to stay on the on YouTube and all that stuff. But um, I think many people would just use it for stuff like that. But Dragon Ball Z also in a way kind of like educated us. Well, okay, not like educate us like what the end is, but it was more like it broadened Dragon Ball Z broadened our horizons. It showed us that we that there is like things out there that's bigger than ourselves. And it's true. I mean think about this. I mean, when we first saw Dragon Ball Z, I mean, we didn't see like the original series, but when we saw like Dragon Ball Z and we saw like Raditz, we was introduced to like space aliens, and we was introduced to time traveling androids and space wizards, and the Kais and the Grand Supreme Kais. It broadened our horizons to like the universe and the afterlife, and all these all these things of what 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 Dragon Ball introduced us to, and things that we never thought about before. And another thing is that Goku is like one of those characters that that grew up like from one okay from Dragon Ball to Dragon Ball GT. Goku was growing up. He as the series went on, we got to see his journey, like from a little kid to a teenager to a young man to a middle aged man to a freaking grandpa. And um, that's not many like series that actually does that. I mean, yeah, there's series like today that does it, like with Bleach, Naruto, and okay, I mean not like I mean there's not like many series that actually does that. From when Goku was a kid to like when he's a grandpa. I mean, when was the last time you actually ever actually like seen anything like that in a series before? If you really think about it, because I can't think of any other series that actually does that. Actually does that. Sorry, I should put that onto um on the side. But um the point is that it we got to see Goku's journey from a kid all the way to when he was a grandpa in GT. But now it's continuing in Super, and hopefully we might be able to see more of Goku in the past. well, in the future, I like after when he meets Oop, like maybe an apprentice or something. But anyways, yes, I'm getting off topic. Um, and when it came to like the other lessons of Dragon Ball Z is like that redemption can be achieved, but um but by the most wickedest of wicked people. I mean look at Vegeta. I mean he was an absolute monster. Look at Piccolo. He was a monster. Um, look at Majin Buu. I mean there's been like villains out there that were bad guys, but they like slowly but surely became good guys. I mean, let me look at Frieza. Okay, I know many people don't want Frieza to be the good guy, but um, Frieza became he's not a Z warrior. He hasn't changed his ways and all that stuff. Right? I mean, he's like the evil type that we all know and love. But I like to think that he's like the Vegeta of the series. Like he's still a bad guy, but he has like a newfound respect for Goku. He's kind of like Tai Long from Kung Fu Panda. I mean, if you saw like the fourth installment, spoiled by the way, Tai Long actually even though like Tai Long hated Po, in the fourth one he actually came to actually respect him, and and you know what that's something I can totally get behind. And that's the thing when it came to Goku. Like he keeps on giving these people so many chances, and yet they either like they didn't want it, or that the people who there was actually characters who did change. I mean, look at Pilaf, look at Tin Shinon, um, look at let's see there's Tien, there's Piccolo, Vegeta. It's a shame that Rats didn't um, you know that didn't get redemption. Um, let's see that there was Vegeta. There was the androids. There was Fat Boo. There was like Fire Shanron, and there was like plenty of characters who was like bad guys, and they turned their life around all because of Goku. And yeah, I know Goku can't like save like every single villain, and they can't be all good guys, but um that was like one of the greatest lessons too, is that not everybody is a bad guy. They just it's like might makes right is what some characters knew. There was I mean, look at Frieza. I mean, Frieza never trusted anybody. He never trusted his forces or his father or anybody. And it was in Super that made Frieza. Yes, I have to trust Goku for me to for us to win this tournament. And that was like one of the steps for Frieza to you know self reflect. I mean, okay, again, he's not a good guy at this point in time of the story, and not many people would want that. But I mean, if you look at in the Granola saga, um, he, he if Frieza really wanted to, he could have killed both Vegeta and Goku, right there and then. But he didn't do that. So that could either be either one or two things. One, he let his ego get the best of him, or two, um, he wanted Goku and Vegeta to see that he's got much more powerful, and there's nothing they can do about it. Um, so I mean, yeah, you have to read. I mean, it was either one. It was stupid for Frieza to not kill Goku or Vegeta, because I mean, one day, I mean, I know Vegeta wants to kill Frieza. um, but if you think about it, Frieza says that would when he was like talking to one of his assistants, he was saying, "Oh, what do you want to wish for?" And you want to you want to be immortal, or you want to never take damage again. And Frieza says, "Well, it would take away the interesting." What did he say? He said, um, um, he said something along the lines of, "Oh, that would take the fun out of the game." And Frieza might have actually came to actually like fighting, get stronger and all that stuff. I mean, I mean, if Frieza wanted to, Frieza could have like wished, could have like wished for anything, like to never take damage again, or he could have like wished for immortality. But Frieza has learned that he wouldn't be happy with immortality. He wouldn't be happy if he was invincible. All he asked for was to be 5 inches tall, to look like he's still growing. And you know what? Yes, yeah, that is character growth, and I mean, the thing is, I mean, Frieza has changed. I mean, many people don't want to see Frieza as like, oh, he can redeem himself. You know what? I say, let them do whatever they want with Frieza. If they could like, make him like a likable, a lovable, likable tyrant that we all like, we all know and love, like, oh, he's out there somewhere. And if there's like a big massive big bad that's that Goku Vegeta is like having trouble with, they can always call upon Frieza. I mean, look what happened in the Granola Saga. So yeah, that's, I mean, it's something like that. And uh, I think my favorite redemption was definitely Vegeta, because I mean, we see him from the beginning of Z all the way to the end of Z, and seeing that, he changed for the better. And you know what, his redemption from when he was at the beginning to the end was absolutely phenomenal. And when it comes to like Piccolo, I think it like he's like this my second favorite when it comes to like, being, Trent, from being like the bad guy to going to the good guy. And um I think maybe like he was like rushed a tiny little bit. I mean, that's just my opinion, but I think between Piccolo and Vegeta, when it comes to like, them being from bad guys to good guys, I think Vegeta takes it. And some people disagree that, oh well, Piccolo is the is the it, is the one who came first, and he's the one who slowly but surely became. But you know what I mean. When it came to like Vegeta, I mean, we knew from the very beginning in Z. But when it came to Dragon Ball, we didn't actually see Dragon Ball until we saw the either on Cartoon Network, or we saw it on the Blue Brick. I might have like a little bit of a bias when it comes to Vegeta. It's the same with like Android 17. The thing is, when it comes to like, the androids, they weren't really bad guys. And the Zeroes had this like, misunderstanding when it comes to the science. No, not science. To the androids, they think they were evil monsters or stuff, but really they were just like teens that were just rebelling. That's all they were. And Dragon Ball Z also gave us one of my favorite characters, and that was Android 17, and he became the VMP of Dragon Ball Super. He became the winner of the Tournament of Power, and you know what? It was so perfect. I just love Android 17. He was such a cool character in Z and in Super, and I absolutely freaking loved him. I just loved the fact that he came back in Super. I just freaking love it. I really, really, really did, and I'm really happy he did came back. Um, there was like Fat Boo. I mean, everyone thought like, oh, Majin Boo's this evil monster, and but the thing, and what I loved about like Fat Boo is that is his relationship with Mr. Satan. And it wasn't like, it wasn't Goku, it wasn't Gohan, it wasn't like Krillin or any of the Z Warriors. It was Mr. Satan, a normal human that had no connection to the Z Warriors. He was the one who he was the one who got Fat Boo to um have this say, oh, I'm not gonna do no more evil things. And it was all thanks to Mr. Satan, and that was so good. And this was coming from a character that went from an annoying character to a character that we all loved. And I mean, yeah, Mr. Satan's like a scoundrel and all stuff, but even he had a redemption. You all think, oh, he's just a money grubbing, attention seeking character, but he's deeper than that. I mean, he isn't like somebody that's out to get fame, also just for the sake of just wanting money and attention. Also, I mean, yeah, he does that, but he wasn't an evil character. He does care about people. He cares about um he cares about his daughter. He cares about when he had the chance of actually blowing Boo up. Um, he couldn't do it because the dog was there, and he could see that Boo was different when he was looking through those binoculars. And um, I mean that's just astounding to me. That it's I mean we see Satan, Mr. Satan in the Cell Saga, and we think of him like, oh, he's just a greedy coward. I mean, yeah, he had his like brave moments there and there, but um, in the Cell Saga, it was like, oh yeah, so he's the reason why he's the reason why Gohan became Super Saiyan 2. But in the Buu Saga, I mean, he became one of the most, he became one of the most I wouldn't say badass, but more one of the most likable characters within that series. I mean, yeah, he's not like a universe buster like Goku, but I mean, Mr. Satan shows us that even like people like Mr. Satan are out there, like like, oh, they want power and money and fame and all that stuff, but there are people who is like that, who are like, terrible. But there are some people out there who want the fame and fortune and all that stuff. But deep down, they're just good people that wants to do the right thing, but they're still scoundrels. It's like Only Fools and Horses from okay. The series Only Fools and Horses has this character called Del Boy, and he's a rascal. He'll sell like dodgy gear to people and stuff. But even though he's a bit of he's a bit of a scoundrel, he isn't a bad person. He would help people. He would he would do what he can to like help people who's in need. Like what he did with the Driscoll brothers' mother in one of the episodes. Everybody knew Del. Everybody loved Del in he would like some stuff and help people. Um, it, yeah, he was a rascal, but you just couldn't help but love him. He's I just I think it's because I love people, love characters who are rascals, and they want money and fame and all that stuff, but they're not like bad people. They want to help people, and something about that just like resonates with people. And Mr. Satan, like as that. I mean, some people can um I wouldn't say like resonate, but more you can you think, yeah, he's a rascal. He wants fame, wants fortune, but deep down he's a good guy, and he was a good guy. I mean, look what happened when I mean, he has helped throughout the series. I mean, is that whole thing with going to Super Saiyan 2, and he tried to get Buddha to change his ways, and he actually got the entire world to lift their hands up to give Goku the energy for the Spirit Bomb, and that was great. I mean, he even saved even when he was even when Veggie was threatening to kill Mr. Satan because he was in his way of Boo. I mean, he didn't move. He was begging for Jim, please don't Boo, please don't Boo. He needs help. Heal him, and he's not a bad person. I'll look after him. And even when Vegeta was about to blast him, Goku says, "Dente help Boo," and Mr. Satan wouldn't move, from Boo because he was his friend, and that was just like beautiful. It was really beautiful with Boo, with Fat Boo and Mr. Satan. And I know I'm going on about this, but some people might say that Mr. Satan's an annoyance, but I don't. I just absolutely love him. Yeah, he's a rascal, but you just can't help but love him, and that's great. What else is there? um, but like I said, I mean, there's like loads of character stories. There's like loads um of things in this series to love. I mean, the thing is, when it comes to like the Z Warriors, right? They're not always right. They're not always right when it comes to their when it comes to okay, like in most cartoons back in the day, the main character was always right. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating, but if you think about it, um uh when we've all, and sometimes these days, um the main character is always right, but when it came to like the Z warriors, I mean they weren't always in the right. I mean, look at the androids. They thought that the androids were evil. They want to destroy the world and all stuff, but they weren't. They really weren't bad guys. There was like Fat Billy. I mean, yeah, Fat Boo was was